Hey guys, happy Saturday everyone. Welcome back to our channel. This is Miss JD, and if this is your first time to watch our video, I am inviting you to hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you're always updated whenever I have new videos. By the way, I'm doing stock market reviews. I check out the charts of your favorite stocks, so if your stock is not included in today's episode, please feel free to drop a comment and suggest or request your stock so I can record another one and I'll review your stock. All right. So in the meantime, I have I think around 11 stocks to review in this episode, and let's start it with house. Okay. Very steep decline for house. And could this be the end of it? Looks like a doji here, or like a hammer, right? But we're already at the oversold area, as you can see here. We're already at the oversold. Once the price reaches this level over here, it becomes overbought. It means it's starting to become expensive. Once the stock price reaches below 30, that's already oversold. It's starting to look cheap. However, as you can see here, if you are to go back, we've been actually lingering in this area for quite some time now. So it's not even a guarantee that once it's already at this level, it will automatically bounce. So we still have to check out some other influencers such as news, volume, those things. What I notice here is that there isn't much volume in this stock. Even the number of trades here, you only have 26. That means one person can go in and out of a stock, so it's not a guarantee that there are 26 people in this stock, or it's not 26 people who traded last Friday. It's possible that 13 of them bought and sold in one day, or even one person bought, sold multiple times. So it could definitely mean lower than 26. So this is my take on house. For now, I'd say house, you are already it is still at a so I cannot find a solid support on a daily chart, so I had to expand it on a weekly chart so I have a much clearer picture. As you can see, it has already dropped a lot, and I think this is around 45 to 50% drop if I'm not mistaken. There, 58% almost. So already significant amount. But one thing I can say is that we are very near the support area for house, which is around 691. And the reason why I said that is because we found this and some key levels as well. Here used to be a resistance, support over here. So I think something will happen around the 6.91 level, which is very near the area. But one thing I can say is there's still a possibility that it will touch 6.91 or slight overshoot there before it bounces again. Next is a second possibility is it might go sideways first before it takes off fully. So it could go like this first, then move up. Some people would have to wait for the RSI to go up again around the 50 level, and that's the time they start trading it. That way the momentum is already picking up before they enter in the trade. So at least it's going to move faster than this one. It might take some time. All right, next is C. Let's take a look at C. Wow, looking good on a weekly chart. As you can see here, it's a solid increase in the price. So let's take a look at the daily chart. There you have it. C is also recovering I think this is a promising area. Now, just in case the market gives you a chance with a slight dip, I think you can still take advantage of that. Overall, we are still at a considerably cheap level, and I think we're bound to push the price even higher. One thing I like, and this is my favorite setup, when a stock price starts to trigger either starts to trigger the upper band, not the lower band. If from a constricted, so this is your Bollinger Band. If it is constricted, normally it stays in a constricted area for a little in an extended period of time. The longer it is, right, the more significant move you'll experience. So this one over here, from a constricted band, it started to trigger the upper Bollinger Band. It doesn't move on a straight line, so there were days when it had to retest the key areas here. But in yesterday's performance, it was a solid 6.27% increase. So I'd say I am looking at a big possibility that we are going to push the price even higher in the coming days. And if you want to understand which is the nearest resistance, which area is the nearest resistance, I am seeing 4.21 or 4.22 level as the nearest one. So let us say you are able to get in around 3.65. This is how it's going to look like. You will have a possible gain of around 15%. There. So you can time your entry if you want. You can do some range trading here. If not, you can stay a little longer for a much bigger potential. This is your much bigger potential here. There you have it. See that? So if you want, you can just if you think the market will not drop or fluctuate and not reach 3.65, anywhere from 3.65 to 3.73, if it is still within your plan, I think it is still okay. So far, overall, I feel that this is still a very promising level to enter at. ACLM. Huh. What is ACLM? Let's take a look at ALLHC. Let's take a look at ALLHC. Hold on. For ALLHC, we did a recovery, as you can see, right? From a drop, it pushed the price higher. However, people are starting to take profit now. And one thing I do not like about how it is looking at the moment, how it is, how the setup is at the moment. I don't like it because this somehow has created a lower high. That's your downtrend channel. So it looks like we are still on a downtrend here, right? So when it moves within this range, and it tried to respect this key level here as our resistance. So there is a possibility that it will continue to drop, and first it will retest, because I have an MA20 here. It could retest that area. Okay, it could retest that area and probably pushed higher. Reason why I'm plotting it there, because there's an MA20. Normally, that's another key level to also observe. If it continues to bounce, then that's a good manifestation that we are in this retest here, in this retracement is a brand new setup is going to be formed. We might now have a higher low. But in this case, this is still a lower high, right? So that's why I'm plotting it here. But it could be broken once it observes our, or it moves according to our initial findings here, whereby you have MA20 at this level. And so if it bounces right there, then there's a big chance that it will recover and break this downward resistance. So maybe the safest, okay, just plot it this way, plot it here, and the safest entry is when it breaks out of this downtrend channel. Because if you catch it over here and then automatically, enter right here, it's not a guarantee yet, because the next day it could even break this and drop some more, and the next drop could be 26.81. So there's that possibility still that it could drop. But if you wait till it breaks out of here, then that's a much better assurance that we are not going to change the direction. Overall, if you're looking at ALLHC for long-term investing, we are still at a healthy level, because it has also dropped a lot. Okay, this stock is also associated to the ALLHC REIT, so normally they go hand in hand in terms of movement. What is this? 0.26 on dividend. Did we see any improvement? Still not much improvement in terms of revenue. Okay, so those are the key levels. Try to observe 30.26 and 26.81. Let's see if it will bounce in these levels. If you really want to get in, I suggest just wait for that breakout, which is not that far because we are already very near that resistance level. So you can just wait for that to happen. MWC. As for MWC, okay, we are very near a resistance for MWC, guys. Right over here, it has already started to climb, right? And you have some resistance nearby. Do you see this? This is a resistance level. This is a resistance level, so that area could mean something. And we are not in that level yet, and we are almost there. So I am plotting that key level. You can even put it a little lower. This area as our nearest support. So just be extra careful because we might see some weakness. Look at this. If the price reaches this area and we still maintain this level, so that's already a momentum declining. And that's a sign that we are going to have a possible retracement. So if, for instance, it reaches the same level and then your RSI is on a decline, then we might see some retracement. There you have it. In the meantime, let's use 14 peso level, 14 right there. That's a key area. It's an area, so it doesn't really have to be exactly on that line. So 14 peso area, that will be the nearest support that we can see. MAH. MAH also revisited. It's just retesting. So I'm not surprised. This is a very common formation. Once it breaks out of your resistance, it starts to create a brand new high, and then it also goes back and retests your previous resistance. Will now become your support. And now that we have moved higher than the MA20 line, when it drops, normally it will drop around the MA20 level. So I just feel like 1.65 is going to be revisited before it fully takes off again. So that is, just plot that level, just observe what happens around that area. If indeed it will respect our insight for today. Let's take a look at tech. As for tech, let me see, I have a message here today. Wanted to check home? Oh, okay, I already reviewed it. So I can probably recommend that link to him. Anyway, for this stock, we also started pushing the price higher, and it is just retracing. It is retesting your previous resistance, same as what we had in the previous stock. Your previous resistance can now act as a support. Your resistance before was your MA20, and we have successfully crossed that path, and it's revisiting. And take note, we have a gap to fill here. So probably this level could be at 5.79. It will be revisited before it goes up again. Overall, this is very cheap level, guys. If you come to think of it, look at that. At one point, it even reached what? As high as, wow, line of 20s? There you have it. Big potential for this stock, as you can see. Okay, it also gives out dividend. Hmm, what happened? Let's load the chart again. Tech. Okay, there you have it. Okay, so use 5.80 as your 5.729. That's your nearest support. Right, next one is RCI, Rojas and Company. Wow, not looking good because this one looks like it respected the MA20 as our resistance. Okay, so you see that um, slight overshoot at the MA20 level, but overall the sentiment is going down. So two things can happen. It could either retest your previous support, which is in this area, but if it breaks that, then I'm not also going to be very surprised because it currently is still in a downward trend. Look at this. Same as what I illustrated earlier. This one is current acting as your resistance level on a declining move, and this could be your support, right, on a decline. Ideally, we don't want to recommend trading it when a stock price is still on a decline where you have some selling pressure. Just stay, probably put it on your watch list, just observe first, but don't take any action. Because right now, the key level to closely monitor is the 110 area because I feel like there is a big chance that it will go as low as 1.10. And observe if you will have a confirmation or a confirmed bounce at that area. The What's interesting is as we go down, the volume is also starting to diminish. Look at this one. During this day, we had so much volume. We pushed the price a little higher. That's also showing some weakness. That means when it pushed the price higher, people already felt that it's starting to look expensive. That's why not a lot of people traded it. But when it went down, there's only a small fraction of the total, probably the total population who entered in the stock, only a small fraction exited and took profit. So probably a lot of them are still holding onto their position. And I'm not going to be surprised because it's still very cheap. 1.10 level is our support. ALLHC. Wow. Volume, look at that. Paired with right volume, where could be the next resistance? I am seeing this key level as our next resistance, but still up to you guys if you are going to lock in some profit or wait for it to really go all the way up. But take note, this has already increased in price, very steep climb. So at one point, I just feel like as we go higher and higher, the momentum is starting to show some weakness. And I just feel like you have to be very observant at the area of 2.59 because previously this used to be a resistance. And when we go back to it, it will retest that. It could also mean a resistance still, and we might not be able to break it. If we are unsuccessful, then expect for it to drop, but we don't know yet how big of a drop that could be. Mac. Mac also showing some progress here, like the pickup in volume on the past 2 days, showing a really big difference there. You also had foreign buying, but for now, I am just plotting the area very near the MA20 as our key support. So from 490 to 499, that's still an okay level to enter at. 20%, August 11th. Oh, okay. This is done. 4.90 guys, that's the support. Next one is Mac. Oh, Mac. That's Mac. Next one, let's take a look at the other stocks. Let's take a look at URC. I have not checked URC yet. What is happening? Oh, this is a profit taking. It's triggering the lower band, guys. So we might experience some more drops. Okay, I'm looking at 126.74. There's a big chance that this key area will be revisited. This is your previous resistance. Support over here. See that? So those are important key levels, and once you see some pattern forming in that area, then that could mean something. And because we are dropping from a constricted Bollinger Band, there's a big chance it could reach here, probably bounce right away, or it could also go sideways first before it totally recovers. Overall, on a longer horizon, if you zoom out a bit, see that we are starting to show an uptrend here, but definitely very slow pace because the highs and lows are big, right? Big increase in the price, and then it goes all the way down, which is also very significant drop. But for long-term investors, you should not be shaken. Just hang in there. You know your objectives. You're not taking out any profit anytime soon. So just don't mind those ups and downs because you know that you'll be taking profit the years to come. 126.55 is our nearest support for this stock. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching our video. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe and the like if you like the video, and just drop a comment if you want to request more stocks for review. In the meantime, thank you and good afternoon. Bye bye for now.